What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&D Sports Talk. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you my full predictions for the 2025 to 2026 NFL season. But before we do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened in college football this weekend and talk a little bit about the Tar Heels game tonight. But Roger Goodell, he emailed me the script, told me exactly what's going to happen this season. So I'm going to let you guys know the awards, um, how every team's record, and most importantly, the Super Bowl winner and how the playoffs go down. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like, comment down below what you want to see in the future. Also, subscribe and check out our other videos, and also check out our TikTok and Twitch. And let's get into today's video. All right, so we're going to look at the college football scoreboard on ESPN here. We're going to look at a couple games. This was a real season opener for college football. Iowa State, Kansas State. Iowa State got the dub. That one was overseas. Boise State, I don't know what happened in this game. I didn't watch it. Boise State lost 34-7 to South Florida. Did Boise State fall off that bad without Ashton Jeanty? He was on that team. Yeah. Ashton Jeanty. It's crazy. I don't know what happened in that game, but the other games here, you got Illinois winning 52-3. See, this is what happens. Higher ranked teams should take care of business against lower teams. I watched this game, Texas and Ohio State. It was interesting. Arch Manning didn't have a great game. Everyone's flaming him, but in my opinion, I'm not really gonna talk smack about him because he's got a lot of attention to his name when he's only played 2 games. People are talking about number 1 overall pick. He hasn't proved nothing yet. And this is a tough game to start your season on the road against one of the loudest stadiums in college football, against the defending national champions. It's a tough place to start. But this was a good game. Wish Jeremiah Smith played a little better for Ohio State, but a lot of players were nervous until I'd say the second half. Then it started to pick up. But that game could have been better, I guess. Penn State beats Nevada. I watched this game, LSU and Clemson. It was a good game, low scoring, but LSU got the dub. Clemson had a good lead, 10-3, and then LSU scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. And then I also watched this game right here. Alabama loses to Florida State. That was insane to watch. I remember seeing Tommy Castellanos saying that they don't have Nick Saban to save them. And did he prove that right? I mean, there's one thing to talk smack, but to stand on it is another. He had 16 carries, 78 yards, scored a touchdown. He also threw the ball really well. Alabama struggled. Alabama, I don't know what they're doing over there, but Kalen DeBoer has to get that team right. They didn't have that great of a season last year, if I remember correctly. Michigan got a win over New Mexico. Bryce Underwood looked pretty good. Florida 55-0. Kansas State got a nice win over North Dakota, barely though. Avery Johnson threw 3 touchdowns. Oklahoma got the win here. Let's see. Yeah, I only watched. Syracuse beat Tennessee, or Tennessee beat Syracuse. High scoring game, 45-26. Oh, and I also watched this game Sunday night. Miami beat Notre Dame 27-24. Miami had them pretty good, but Notre Dame started fighting back in the end. 17 points in the fourth quarter. Their quarterback Carr looked pretty good. He has a bright future for Notre Dame. And then South Carolina beats Virginia Tech. I didn't watch that game, but I heard Drones did well, at least running the ball. Not drones. Was it drones? So, oh no, Lenoris. I'm sorry. He did pretty good. I heard 13 carries, 25 yards, a touchdown. 12 for 29, 12 for 19, 209 yards, 1 touchdown. So I mean, like I said, I didn't watch that game, but I watched 3 or 4 this week. I watched 4 this weekend. I watched Texas and Ohio State. I watched Tigers versus Tigers. I watched Bama versus Florida State, and then I watched a little bit of Syracuse and Tennessee, but I watched Notre Dame and Miami. Tonight, the North Carolina Tar Heels play against the TCU Horned Frogs. I am excited for this game. Let's see if I can pull up a preview. Week 1, let's see. Holy cow, look at all those games. Here it is right here. North Carolina, TCU. I can't. Where's the game preview? I click on it. AccuWeather. Okay. But yeah, North Carolina, TCU. I think it's going to be a really good one. Bill Belichick's first game as the Tar Heels head coach. I'm very excited. Let's go get this win, Tar Heels. All right, I found this really, really cool website called Pick Six Predictor. You could look up players, rookies, team builders, fantasy football stuff, predict games, playoffs, awards, stuff like that. It seems really cool. So we're going to do awards first, which is MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Protector of the Year is a new award, which I'm excited to see. Coach of the Year, and then Comeback Player of the Year. All right. So, Comeback Player of the Year, I think there's really only a few options here. You got Aiden Hutchinson, Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey. You got J.J. McCarthy. There's a few players you could go there. The player I'm picking for Comeback Player of the Year is going to be Christian McCaffrey. I think he's going to bounce back. I think a lot of people are kind of writing him off, saying, oh, he's getting older, dealt with an injury, couple injuries. I think he's going to have a really good year, solidify himself back into that top running back conversation as a 49er. Coach of the Year, there's obviously a lot of options you could go here. Ben Johnson, first year, all these first-year coaches. And then you could go Dave Canales. You could go Jim Harbaugh if he takes that team to the next step. Dan Campbell if they go all the way. The coach of the year I'm going to go with, unbiased, is Dave Canales. I think the Panthers are going to have a really good year. And I'm just going to give coach of the year to Dave Canales. I think he's going to solidify himself as a top half coach after this season. And I think this season's going to be the season that a lot of people see the vision with the Panthers. Next up, we got Protector of the Year, which I think it's great that they added this award. I think offensive linemen need to get more recognition in football. But for Protector of the Year, there's a lot of top options we could go here. Penei Sewell, Trent Williams, Tristan Wirfs, Lane Johnson, Creed Humphrey. But I'm going to go with none other than Dion Dawkins from the Buffalo Bills. I think he's one of the people who really pushed for this award, and I think he's going to win it for the first year it's an award. That sounded weird to say, but Dion Dawkins, Protector of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. There's definitely a lot of options you could go here. Jalen Walker is not on the Panthers. When was this made? What is this? Anyway, website looked cool. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. A lot of people are going Abdul Carter. A lot of people are going Travis Hunter. A lot of people are going Shamar Stewart. Mason Graham. Jaheed Campbell's in that conversation. Jadir Byrne, Malachi Starks. I think this guy's going to be really good in the NFL. I've said that time to time. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, as easy as it could be to go Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, I'm going to go with Malachi Starks from the Baltimore Ravens. I think he was the late first-round pick. I think he's going to be really, really good for the Ravens. In an already loaded secondary, I think he's going to make a lot of plays. He's going to get a lot of picks. He's probably going to be top of the leaderboard in interceptions. He's going to be up there. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Ravens. He wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know why any of these aren't updated, but Offensive Rookie of the Year, you could go with a lot of different people here. You could go Ashton Genty, You could go Travis Hunter, Teteroa McMillan. Um, and I would pick Tyler Warren for this award if the Colts had a better quarterback situation. Right now, I'm not going to gamble on it. You guys are going to be calling me biased, but I'm going to say Teteroa McMillan wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he's going to be the best receiver the Panthers have had since DJ Moore, and he's going to prove that year one. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. I don't know when this was made, but a lot of these aren't accurate. Defensive Player of the Year, though, you could give this to Patrick Surtain, Trey Hendrickson, Aiden Hutchinson, Max Crosby, Roquan Smith. Those are just names off the top of my head. But, well, it's going to be one of them. But, and also Myles Garrett. The player I'm going to give Defensive Player of the Year to is none other than Max Crosby. I think this is the year that he wins it. I'm not sure if he won it yet, but I think this is going to be the year he wins it. He is a really good football player and definitely top 3-4 edge rusher in the NFL. I think he wins Defensive Player of this year. Offensive Player of the Year. There is 5 names that come to my head when I think of this award, and it's these 5 right here. Saquon Barkley, he won it last year. Ja'Marr Chase, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson. I think it comes down to those 5 right there. It's a gamble who I'm picking here. I'm not going to pick Barkley because he won it last year. Let's pick a new winner. You could go Chase. Could go Gibbs. Derrick Henry. Let's go Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's say Jahmyr Gibbs wins Offensive Player of the Year for the 2025 season. I think second place is Ja'Marr Chase. I think Justin Jefferson is still the best receiver in football, but Joe Burrow is well more proven than J.J. McCarthy. So I think that's what it's going to come down to for this award. But MVP, I've already thought about this. Joe Burrow. He should have won it last year. If the Bengals won one more game than they did, he would have won it. He had a really good year last year. 40-something touchdowns to little picks. Really good football player. One of the best quarterbacks in the game. So I think these are your award winners for the season. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. Coach of the Year, Dave Canales. Deion Dawkins, Protector of the Year. Malachi Starks, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Teteroa McMillan. Defensive Player of the Year is Max Crosby. Offensive Player of the Year is Jahmyr Gibbs, and MVP is Joe Burrow. All right, here are my 2025-2026 record predictions. I do want to say, though, that it is very hard to do these September 1st because it's hard to predict every single game. This took over an hour to try to get records how I wanted it to, but I don't know if some of these will be right, but I hope majority of it is accurate because we're going to react to it at the end of the season. But I'm going to reveal the standings first, which may not be realistic at all, but we're going to try here. Spoiling too much. Hold on. The worst team in the league, I have the Saints at 3-14. They have a very old roster, and I don't think they're really going to do anything this season. Yeah, and then 4-13, I had the Jets and the Browns. The Jets, I feel like, aren't gonna click this year. Just something telling me that's gonna happen. I don't think they're a very, very good team on paper. The Browns, we all know they have a lot of quarterbacks. They have a tough situation. I don't think they're gonna do much this year. My main takeaway from this video is if a team's record is high or very low, don't take away from that. Take away who I have in the playoffs and who didn't make it. Yeah, and then 5-12, I had 3 teams. I had the New York Giants, the Miami Dolphins, and the Tennessee Titans. Titans could be a little worse than what I had them, but I had them a little high.
Dolphins, I don't think they're going to do good this year. I think they're going to fall off. And then the Giants, I think they're not a bad team. Don't get me wrong. I think the Giants could be a playoff team next year. But this year, they just have a really, really tough schedule, and I don't see them making any real noise. 6 wins is a good amount of teams. We have the Colts, Raiders, and Cardinals. Colts quarterback situation is holding them back from being above 500, although I hope they make the playoffs this year. That's a team I like. Raiders, they have a really good story going, but I think they just got to wait one more year before everything really clicks. And the Cardinals, I think they need just a change of scenery at quarterback. I don't think Kyler's going to take this team to a good record this season. I think the Cardinals aren't a bad team, but they're in a really tough division, which is probably 5 or 6 losses right there. They have the Seahawks, and 49ers. 7 wins is a 3 more teams. I have the Patriots, the Jaguars, and the Bears. Patriots, same exact boat as the Raiders. The Jaguars, I think they're heading in the right direction, but I still think that they need another year before they make the playoffs. Bears, I think, are headed in the right direction due to their tough division. I don't see them finishing above 500. They have the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers. Here's where things are going to get controversial. At 8 wins, I have. Whoa. At 8 wins. Where's the. All right, at 8 wins, I have the Falcons, Steelers, and Cowboys. Cowboys just lost Micah Parsons. I don't think their run defense is going to be great at all. 8 and 9 is kind of generous, but they do have good power on offense with Dak, Pickens, and CD. Dallas is a huge wild card team this year. Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is the first season they finish about under 500. I think Rodgers is going to bring an ego there, mixed with Tomlin's demeanor. I think that offensive line isn't that great either. Besides DK Metcalf, they don't have a good wide receiver. They got rid of Mika Fitzpatrick. I think this team is going to finish below 500. Atlanta, I think they're heading in the right direction, unfortunately, but I think defensive issues will hold them back. And Michael Penix Jr., I think he needs a year before he can fully put together good offense. And then missing the playoffs, this is where I'm going to get killed in the comments. The Bucks, Vikings, and Seahawks. The Bucks is very explainable. It's a biased decision. I am gonna say September 1st, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are better than the Panthers, but when it comes down to it, this is a biased decision. I have the Panthers winning one more game than the Bucks do. Um, I'm probably wrong, but I hope the Panthers prove me right. The Vikings, they kind of get affected by that decision because um Tampa not finishing with a higher record. But the Vikings, I think, is fine at 9-8, just missing the playoffs because JJ McCarthy, it's his first real year starting. But next year, I think the Vikings will be in Super Bowl contender conversations. I think they are now, but I think just based off this, they barely miss the playoffs. Seahawks miss the playoffs at 10-7 for the second straight year. I think Darnold is going to struggle in the big game, specifically in the division. So they go 10-7. So these are your missed playoff teams. I know I'm gonna take a lot of hate for these three right here, and I'm sorry. It's just the way it goes. I feel like the NFL is gonna be very, very competitive this year. A lot of good teams. And then we're gonna go to the wild card round here, where we have 6 games. We have the Los Angeles Chargers going Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Ooh, what happens here? You know what? Let's go with the underdog story. Let's go with the Chargers. Chargers will beat the Chiefs in the AFC wildcard round. Broncos and Texans. Let's take the Texans. Bengals and Bills. Let's take the Bills. Bengals need a better defense to go farther. 49ers and Panthers. I love my Panthers, but we're going to take a loss here. Lions and Packers. very big game here in the wild card round. This is a very tough one to predict. Let's go with the Packers. Packers take this win. Commanders and Rams. Rams take the win. I think the Commanders will be good this year, but not as good as last year. Divisional round. Texans and Bills will take the Bills. Will take the Ravens. Those two teams will meet in the conference championship. Packers and Rams. I'm going to take the Rams, getting an upset here. And then I'm going to take the Eagles over the Niners. Conference championship round. Bills and Ravens. This is the year the Bills make it to the Super Bowl. Rams and Eagles. I'm going to go with an upset here. I'm going to take the Rams. Now it's Super Bowl time. Rams and Bills. I'm sure a lot of you don't agree with us, but I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams in Matthew Stafford's final season are going to win the Super Bowl. But that's going to be it for the script that Roger Goodell gave me. I do want to say a couple things though to recap the video. Ravens will win the North. Bengals will be behind them. Steelers third, Browns fourth. I think the Bills will probably finish with the best record in the league, if not right there. Dolphins will fall off. Patriots and Raiders will be good, bad. They'll be good teams, even though they only won 7-8 games. Same with the Bears and Titans are heading in the right direction. They just need to keep building. Colts quarterback situation. Jaguars same as the Titans. And then you look at the NFC side here. Saints are terrible. Falcons, defensive problems. Bucks and Panthers. Like I said, I had the Panthers winning the division, but we'll have to see if it happens. It's just my prediction, so don't come at me. Packers and Lions, very similar, good teams. Vikings, good team, barely missing the playoffs because of their competitive opponents. And J.J. McCarthy, first technically rookie year. The Bears, good 7-win team. Cardinals, good 6-win team. Tough division. They go 3-3. Seahawks barely miss the playoffs. Next year, they'll definitely be in the playoff conversation. Rams and Niners, really good teams. Eagles and Commanders, really good teams. Dallas, no fucking idea. And the Giants, decent team with a hard schedule. Rams Super Bowl pick, let me explain it. Kyren Williams, really good running back. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, good wide receivers. The defense led by Braden Fisk, Byron Young, Jared Verse. A lot of good. Sean McVay, obviously. Matthew Stafford at quarterback. I think in his last year, the Rams will win the Super Bowl. This is just my prediction. But top 5 contenders are probably the Bills, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and then the Rams. I think those are the 5 teams. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a NFL power ranking video so you guys can see where I fall on each team. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe. Check out our other videos. Check out our TikTok and Twitch at J&D Sports Talk. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.